Welcome back to the PocketSite tutorials. In the last tutorial we looked a little bit at an overview of the Pocket Page Editor that actually comes with your website and how you use that editor to actually amend the pages. What I want to do in this video is go into a little bit more detail with that page editor and just show you the flexibility of it and how you actually can move your way around it and use it to actually build out the pages that you want, so you get them styled exactly how you would like them. So as we discovered last time, there's a couple of ways of accessing the page editor. You can access it through an individual page as you go into Pages, All Pages, hover over the page you want to edit and then just go to Pocket Page Editor. Or you can visit the website front end, which I'll click on here, and you can access the page editor from there. So if we go to the About Me page, and this is the page that I actually want to edit, and if I go to Pocket Page Editor to open up the page editor, just click on that once, wait until it fully loads up. You'll know that it's fully loaded up by the fact that as you move down the page you'll get those blue boxes that we discussed last time. So a couple of things to note: that every page is actually made up of these rows, as we discovered, and also columns. So we've got one column here that's holding the Claire Brooks title, and then we've got another column here that is doing nothing more than actually controlling the space. So what you can actually do is you can actually, if you click onto these little circles here, you can actually move that out and actually expand it, so you can force the Claire Brooks to actually just kind of collapse down and then just move it back. So there's quite a degree of flexibility with some of these options. Anything within a column, so like the headings that we've got here, is known as a module, and the page builder actually has many modules in it. The website template that you're actually seeing actually only has a sample of them. There's an awful lot that can be done with it that there was no particular reason on this website to load those modules, but you may find a need for them later on. So what I wanted to do was just show you how you can access those additional modules. To do that, you would just click on the plus sign over here, and that will load up a dialog box. Again, it's the same as we saw before. You can move that dialog box just by dragging it around and anchoring it on different parts of the screen if you wish, or just have it more kind of free-flowing. And you've got some options here. So you've got modules across the top, you've got rows, you've got templates and saved. We're not going to look at saved and templates in this course. We're just going to focus on the rows and modules. So we're clicked on modules at the moment, and you can see we've got this group option here, and it's showing us what are referred to as standard modules. And these are just like the basic modules that you can actually have on your website. So this is a basic heading module. You can have a photograph, you can have a separator, you can have a button as well, you can have a text editor, you can have video. So there's a whole host of them even just on the standard module. You've got kind of pricing tables as well that are all pre-formatted for you. You've got kind of calls to action as well, which again are pre-formatted. If you go to group and you click on the down arrow, you'll see some other options here. You've got Pocket Power, Pack modules and editor add-ons, and all these are additional modules that you can actually use on the website. And there's an awful lot. I can't possibly go through them all, but you'll find you'll need to possibly just experiment with them. They all work pretty much the same way, and you can see some of the effects that they might have and some of the options they might give you in designing your page. Or you might find that actually just sticking with the standard modules is fine. So let's say, as an example, I actually wanted to change something to do with one of these modules, or maybe add a new module in. So if I wanted to, as an example, amend the text here, then I would just simply click on the spanner, and that would bring up the dialog box. The modules box vanishes, and we can actually start to edit some of the text here if we wanted to. We can also control the style as well. If we just click on the style box here, so we can have a look at the text colour. So if we didn't like that colour, we could change it to something else. you could just move this, just click on the box, and then you can just move this box around and change it to whatever colour you want. So maybe you wanted more of a kind of a rich blue with it. And then what happens, it actually changes the text live for you, so you can actually see what that colour it looks like. If it's not something you like, you can just click outside of it, and you could actually cancel out if you wanted to, and then it would revert back. If you find you want to add some additional modules in, then you've got a couple of options there. You can actually click on this icon here, which is called duplicate, and that will just actually duplicate a module for you, which can be quite handy sometimes if you've styled something very specifically. If you don't like a module, you want to get rid of it, you can just click on the little X there to remove it. If you wanted to add another module in, then just click on the little plus sign here. Pick the module that you want to add in. Let's say I just want to add in a button, so I'll just click on the button, click on that, drag it over to where I want it to appear. I just want it to appear beneath the Certified Therapist Working, and I want the button to say Learn More. I'd like it to have a little icon, so I'll just click on Select Icon. It will load up a whole raft of different icons that you can have. In this case, I'm just going to have a right arrow, so I'm just going to click on that, and it will load up that arrow there. You can control the position of the arrow as well, so at the moment I've got it before text. If I don't want that, I can click on it and do after text, and it just moves it like that. The other thing you would want to do with the button is you want to say, okay, where does that button want to go to? So where is the link? And if we wanted it to say go to another area of the page, maybe go to our contact form, then that's easy to do. We just click in there, go to select, type in the name of the page. So in this case, it's Get in Touch. No, it wasn't Get in Touch, apologies. It was Contact Me. Click on Contact Me, and it automatically fills in the link for you. If I want to change the style of it, I just click on the Style button here. I want to change the background colour. I would like to use the green for this, so I'll just click on, so I can actually just drag this circle around to find the right green, but you can actually save some defaults, so it's very difficult to find exactly the same colour, as you can see. If you've got something called the hex code, that's absolutely fine. You can just type that in and that will work okay. Or you can find particular colours that you're comfortable with and just save them away as defaults. And to access those, you would go through colour presets here. I'm just going to use that green, that's the branding green that we're actually using. I would also like to have the text in white rather than in black, so I'll just go to text colour here. I'll just click on this colour, it's a slight off-white, which works quite nicely, and that's loaded up there. If I go back to general, may want to just change it to be capitals, because that's what all the buttons are in, so I'll just change that to capitals there so it matches up. The other thing you might want to do back on style is you'll notice how these buttons here have got this nice curve effect, and you can do that through the button styling option here. You just go to rounded corners and change it to something that you would like. So 100 gives that kind of maximum effect, which is quite good. If you're happy with that styling, just click on save, and that's it, it's done. You've got the new button in there as well. If you wanted to add some other elements on the page as well, then you can do that. If you go to the plus sign here and go to rows, you can add in a new row, and you can specify how many columns you want that row to have. So at the moment you can see this one beneath has actually just got 2 columns on it. You might find that you want something more than that, so let's have 3 columns. So you grab 3 columns, click on it, move it over to where you want it to be. I just want it to be beneath the picture, and I get this blue bar that tells me I can drop it there. I'll drop it in, and that's it. I've got these 3 boxes appearing, and in those boxes, these columns, I can add in modules as well. So I can go back to my modules tab here. I can say that I'm going to have just some text, so I'll grab the text editor, bring that over there. I'll just call this text for new column. Can save that. If I want the same type of module in all the others, then all I can do is just actually duplicate it. So I can duplicate it, move it over to a new column, duplicate it again, move over to a new column, and that's just using this duplicate button at the top here. If I find that I actually want this to be full width across the screen, so at the moment you can see it's quite condensed, then I can click on the row spanner here. I can change that to full width. I can change the content width to full width as well, and then it just spaces it all out, which can be quite nice, certainly when you're working with images as well and you want to go them the full width. I'm just going to set this back to fixed width again. If I was happy with that, I just click on save, and that will be it. If I want to remove a row, then all I need to do is just hover over the row so I get the nice blue box here, and then just click on the X here to remove it. And do you really want to delete this? Yes, I do. Just click on the OK, and that's it, it's deleted. If I want to come out of the page editor at this point and save the changes that I've done, I would just go to Done and Publish, and that would be it. That page would actually be live. So that's it for this video in terms of a little bit more detail on the page editor and how you actually work with the modules. In the next video we'll start to look a little bit more closely at using templates as well.